Hello, loves, and welcome back to Life with CheKesha. It is your girl, and you already know by the title of today's video that it's what? Wine Down Wednesday. So, if you are interested in seeing today's wine and having just a little bit of chit chat, because you know your girl's gonna always chit to the chat, make sure you keep watching. Alright guys, so before we get into today's video, I want to welcome back all of my subscribers, all of my sip fam. Thank you for tuning into another Wine Down Wednesday video. And if this is your first time tuning in, as well as your first time checking out one of my Wine Down Wednesday videos, make sure you do me a big old favor and like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you're going to be in the know anytime I upload any kind of video. So let's go ahead and jump right into today's wine. All right, sip fam, so I'm gonna try to make today's video short but sweet. Dropping hints, short but sweet. So as you guys know, I am a wine enthusiast, a wine lover. I don't consider myself a connoisseur or an expert. I'm just someone that really loves wine, in which if you've watched any of my videos, anything that I bring forth on this channel is because I have a true love for it, and wine is no different. So every Saturday, which is the end of my work week, I literally can walk to Total Wine but it's too hot anyway. So every Saturday I go because they do free wine tastings. The particular location I go to, they do them every Friday and Thursday. I mean, not Friday and Thursday, every Friday and Saturday. So I go after work. So I'm able to try some wines that I would never pick up on my own because of what my palate likes. I get to try new varietals. I get to try new companies of varietals that I already enjoy. And it just exposed me to, you know, some things that I wouldn't, like I said, normally try. Okay, I forgot to hit do not disturb, and I'm recording on my main phone today. But anyway, so not sure where I got cut off at, but I was talking about Total Wine and their wine tastings. So I recommend anyone that has a Total Wine in their area, check out the days that they do the free wine tastings. It's an amazing way to taste things that you would normally not like. And you don't have to spend your money on it. And then you can also, whether they're doing wine tastings or not, you can always ask the experts that work there what they recommend. Now let's get clear. I am not sponsored by Total Wine, but your girl is here for it. So if y'all know the plug, or if somebody on here watching work for Total Wine, you know what I'm saying, put in a good word for your girl, because I love Total Wine. I really do. I mean, they are like the Target of wine in my opinion. And y'all know how you go to Target and you find any and everything. That's the same way of Total Wine. So anyway, so a couple of Saturdays ago, I tried a wine spritzer. Never had a wine spritzer before. And it was a sweeter wine, but it wasn't so sweet where I was turning my face, because my palate just has grown to the point that I just really can't tolerate sweet wines. But if I do still purchase them, because I found ways to make them work for my palate. And then plus, if I ever have company over, I like to have something available for anyone that loves to drink wine or that wants to drink wine. One of my pet peeves is, if you are a wine lover, is to only have wines that you like, especially if you know that you have people coming over to your home, and you may entertain, and not everybody has the same palate as you. I always recommend to at least have 1 or 2 bottles of something a little bit different than what you would like. You know, like we had our bonus sons over here, and they don't like bitter wines, but they like sweet wines. So I had an amazing red wine that I don't like by itself, but I like when I make it in a slushy form. And if you follow me on IG, I did make a slushy. I'll leave the link to my IG somewhere on the screen. But anyway, so I made sure that I had something here for them when they come. You know, I have my wine fridge. I keep all of my wines here that I purchased. Things that I can't keep, I'll put up on the top, or that I don't have space for, because my wine fridge only holds, let's see, 4, 8. It only holds 12 wines. So with that being said, I'm trying to be in the habit of keeping at least 1 or 2 sweeter varietals, or sweeter wines rather, in the fridge for those events. And I try to do 1 white and 1 red, just because, you know, some people want to be like, oh, let me have some red wine, but they don't want red wine. Okay, listen, I used to be that girl. You know what I'm saying? But because I've trained my palate to try and taste different things, you know what I'm saying, that's what it's all about. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's wine. Okay, so today's wine, like I stated, it is a wine spritzer. I've never had a wine spritzer before. It is by the company Sunbeam, and this is a peach wine. It does have some facts on here that I didn't pay attention to until just now. It's only 90 calories per serving. And so that's what a spritzer does. A spritzer will still give you that wine taste, but it will take away some of those calories that you will find in your regular, just basic flat wines. So with this, it is a Sunbeam peach wine spritzer. It's made with natural fruit flavors, and it is a bubbly, so it says it has 1 million tiny bubbles that makes you smile. It's a refreshing sip on a sunny day, suitable for all seasons, made for now. It's sure to lighten up your day. So with all that being said, this is a great wine for these hot summer months that are about to hit us. And you know, for me, like I said, I'm not a seasonal wine drinker. If I find something that I like, I'll drink in winter, spring, summer, fall. You know, but some people are just like, they just won't wear white after Labor Day. They just won't. Anyway, I digress. I saw that man on the Twizzlers commercial. But anyway, so serving facts. Again, I like this bottle because it gives you a lot of wine details. Some of the bottles of wine nowadays don't give you as much details on the wine, so you either have to look it up yourself, in which is not hard. We all have phones and things like that. But it's nice when you're out shopping for something and there's no one around to help you to be able to look at the wine details on the back. So this says serving size 5 ounces. And this bottle, if you serve 5 ounces, you should get 5 servings. And each serving, like I said, is a total of 90 calories. It has 66 carbohydrates. No, 6 grams of carbohydrate. Ugh. It has 6 grams of carbohydrates. It has 0 fat grams and 0 protein grams. So, you know, if you want to have something to sip on and you're trying to watch your calories and watch how your carbohydrates, this I would definitely recommend. So if you are, you know, if you have 180 calories to spare, you can get you 10 ounces of this bad boy. So that's pretty much half the bottle, right? Because if this is 5 ounces, you get 5. So yeah. Anyway, I'm not a mathematician. So we're going to go ahead and open this bottle up. The ALC or AVC, everybody calls it different. The alcohol content on this, it says 9%. So it is low in the alcohol content. So again, for all of my sippers that's looking for something to give them a buzz, it's probably going to take you the whole bottle to get a buzz. But for those that just like to have a good wine to enjoy without having to worry about them, you know, feeling a little tipsy, 9% is very low. So we're going to go ahead and open it. And like I showed you in my other video, when you get twist tops, I didn't say this part, don't let the twist top fool you. Until I became educated about wine packaging and things like that, I thought that corks were the way to go. And to be realistic, a lot of companies are getting away from using corks. You have like those, I don't know if they're like plastic corks, but they're not real corks. So at the end of the day, if you are, you know, or a cork snob, I hate to call out my sip fam, but I know y'all, because I used to be one. Be like, oh, it don't got a cork, it's cheap. That ain't the case. A lot of companies are really trying to get more into doing more twist top styles just because it's more cost effective. At the end of the day, you have like $100 bottles of wine that has twist tops. So again, don't let the twist top fool you. Okay. So let me show you the correct way, because I was like yesterday years old when I found out this myself, because sometimes you will get a bottle where the cork does not have all of the preparations around here, and you're like and you're taking a knife trying to get this open. And I had a friend that was trying to open her bottle, got a knife and cut the tip of her fingers off. So don't be that person. If you're watching, I didn't say your name. But yeah, so what you want to do, if you have a bottle that has a twist top, take it by the neck where it has the same color and just twist the neck. And see, the top comes right off just like that. So because it is a little bit bubble, anytime I have bubbles, I serve in like a flute. This is a wider flute. These days I cannot talk. This is a wider style flute. Most flutes are a little more narrow, but I like this because it's fancy. And then, I mean, sometimes I still drink my regular wine out of here. So I always like to tilt mine, especially when it's bubbles. So let's go ahead and research this wine together. All right, so you can already see the bubbles in here. Lot of nice little bubbles. So you definitely want to make sure that you seal the top back on nice and tight if you want to keep the bubbles. I mean, just looking at it and smelling it, this will be perfect for brunch. Like when I do drink sweeter wines, not sugary, but you know, sweeter, like medium sweetness wines, I prefer to do it during brunch because I don't like putting orange juice or nothing in my Prosecco's or my sparkling wine. And if I want to have something more flavorful, I would definitely probably go for something like this. Haven't tasted it yet, but I'm just saying, like, it's already flavored. You don't have to cut anything because, again, as you add other things to it, you're going to cut your alcohol content. You're going to cut the actual true flavor of the wine or what have you. So I'm liking this already. I think this will just the way it looks, it'll be perfect for brunch, going out on a picnic, or you know, something with one of your girls, your boys, your whoever you're going out on a picnic with. This will be great. So when you do have sparkling wines, you can still swirl because it's not going to make it fizz up like a soda. But we're going to go ahead and swirl it a little bit. I kind of poured it too much, so the swirl ain't swirling. In which, I don't know fact behind it, but I feel like you want to swirl more on your red wines because you really want to open up those flavors and start like aerating it. On your lighter wines, your whiter wines, I don't really feel like you have to swirl as much, but you can still swirl. But on your bubblies, you don't have to swirl too much. So we're going to go ahead and smell. Ooh, I can smell the peach. Almost, listen. The reason why I got this too, because I love peach rings. I know it's sugary as heck, but they are my favorite. I can sit and eat a whole bag. Like, I could probably like pour this over my peach rings, let it sit. That's a whole nother story. But let's smell again. It's like the smell is not overbearing, but you can smell the peaches. You can smell the freshness of this wine. And it's not giving me sweet when I smell it. So let's go ahead and taste it. So we're going to do our first sip, and then we're going to do our wine enthusiast sip. Okay. I like this. I forgot that I liked it. I mean, typically when I buy something from Total Wine, it's because I like it or I see potential in it. Because a lot of wines I buy, I don't like off the jump, but I see potential in it. So I definitely like this because it tastes almost like a hard peach. You know how you get the peaches from the store and they're not quite ripe yet? An underripe peach. That's what it tastes like. So we're going to taste it and swirl this time. Yes. Got a little bit of acidity to the back of the palate, the back of the tongue. It has a I'm not gonna say the finish is still there, so I want to kind of say it's like a medium finish. And when I say finish, that means like how long does the wine taste last on your palate? You know, is it you taste it and the taste is gone, or does it linger for a little while, or does it linger for a long time? Like garlic. Garlic, you eat it, you still got that garlic taste, feel, that's long. You just know what you know. Some stuff you like eat it and the taste is gone. Some is like okay, and then some is still there. Like this is still there. So I'm gonna probably say it's got a longer finish as I'm talking. So let's go ahead and we're gonna just do one more sip because it is pretty good to me. It definitely tastes like a low calorie type of wine. It almost puts me in the mind. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. It almost gives me flavored sparkling water vibes, but with more flavor. Like y'all remember what was that Canadian Mist? Was it Canadian Mist? Oh, I love Canadian Mist. Like it had that sparkle, it had that flavor, and it tasted like the flavor. This is what it reminds me of, Canadian Mist. So I would definitely say for a summer sipper, definitely I would say if you like sweet or don't like sweet, it's not Moscato sweet, but it does have a medium to, I'm not even gonna say I don't know if it's semi-sweet. I don't know how I would rank this, but it's not sweet. If you like mimosas, you would like this. Let's just say it like that. For all of my sippers that are on here that like mimosas, I think you would like this. And even if you needed a little more peachiness to it, you could add like a little bit of peach juice in here, almost like a peach Bellini. That's what it kind of reminds me of, but not as jammy sweet. I hope that didn't confuse anybody. But I would definitely say go to your Total Wine, pick this up. This is definitely a wine spritzer that you should have on deck. I do believe they have other flavors as well. I'm not 100% sure, but I will leave the link in my bio for this particular wine spritzer that I did get from Total Wine. I think I'm gonna buy a couple of more bottles just to have, because sometimes I like to just like sit on my balcony and I don't want something heavy, but I want something light, refreshing, and kind of bubbly. And this is definitely the way to go. And I think it's perfect serving it in a wine flute. And I did get this wine glass from Crate and Barrel. If I can find the link to this, I'll leave it in the description box as well. So let's take another sip before we go. Yeah. This almost puts me in in the mindset sweetness wise, and I use the word sweetness very loosely, of a medium sweetness Riesling. It's not dry and it's not syrupy. It's like it has the right amount of sweetness to it. Like, don't get it twisted. Just because I like Cabernet Sauvignon and Pinot Noir, I do still like somewhat of a sweet wine. Nothing that is sugary. A little I can even deal with jammy sometimes, but Moscato sweet, I can't. And speaking of Moscato sweet, I've actually tried a Moscato that I will be bringing to the channel next week. I was going to bring it today, but I told you my boys was here, so you know what I'm saying. But it surprised me. It blew my mind. I was like, this Moscato? You sure this is Moscato? Like, that's how non-Moscato it was to me, at least. And so just a reminder, everybody's palate is different. As you drink wine, whether you are a beginner wine drinker, in the middle like me, because I don't consider myself an expert, I just enjoy it, and I want to enjoy it with you all and share what I know about it at the level that I am. I'm nowhere near as a sommelier, you know, but I do have aspirations to, you know, at least before my or by my 50th birthday to become certified, you know, at least WSET level 1. Because I just love it. I say it all the time, I love the mindset that it puts you in. And then just to know that Jesus turned water into wine. Come on, y'all. The creme de la creme. Okay? Okay. But y'all, I'm going to go. So if you have tried it, or if you are trying it as you're watching this video, because like I said, my goal is to always try to get this out by midnight. So at least you can kind of see the title and know what the wine is, so you can sip along with me. Or if you try it after you see this video, let me know in the comments what you think about it. I really encourage you all, drop comments about, you know, what you think, any questions, you know, that you have, or again, any wines that you would like for me to taste and review on the channel. Like I told y'all, I will even do a Moscato at least one time outside of the one that I found. I would do one outside of the one that I found. Let's just put on there. I might put like a little survey up here so y'all can let me know. But yeah, so let me know what you think if you try this. It's very good. Like I said, light, refreshing. You could definitely taste that it's an underripe, or if you don't know what underripe, hard. You know, you get that hard pear, you bite into it, it's like, it tastes like a pear, but it's a little tart. That's what you're getting off of the finish. The finish, you're getting a little, not acidic, like that bite that a very acidic wine gives you. Just like I said last week, like if you have a true lemonade, not a sugary aid, but a lemonade. That's what it kind of gives me. And let me know in the comments. So if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. That way I know that I am giving you content that you enjoy, and also so you can get notifications every time I upload a new video. So remember, as you are opening up that bottle of wine, smelling the aromas for the very first time, pouring it into your glass, swirling it, looking at it, and sipping it, and thinking about when this grape was picked and where it was harvested from, just remember that wine is going to always be an experience in a glass. So until next time, loves, peace.